Alright guys, this is our first catch, clean, and cook video. So in our previous episode, if you haven't checked that out, Lisa ended up catching 4 walleye. We ended up keeping the 21 incher and the 19 incher. In the next step of the video, Bud actually will go over how to clean a walleye. Not just your standard cleaning, but he actually gives a good couple tips on how you can get almost every inch of meat off the walleye. Then at the end, me and Lisa fry them up using Bud's fish batter and breading recipe, and we'll let you guys know how that tastes. And maybe in a future episode, Bud will actually reveal his recipe. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.
So step one is you want to bleed your fish. It's kind of gruesome, but it makes the meat quality a lot better. And all I'm doing here is on this walleye. You got this chunk coming up here, and that's its main artery going down to the rest of its body. And I just go in there with the scissors, and as you can see, yes, gruesome, but now his heart's gonna pump all that blood out. It just makes the meat quality a lot better. You'll get that perfect white flesh that way. We caught them, we bled them, now we gotta clean them. I'm gonna show you how to clean them. And you're pretty much going to get every piece of meat you can get off of a walleye. And you're going to start, you got little tiny scales up here. This part you're going to want to scale, because you're actually going to keep the skin on these ones. That's all you got, little tiny scales. But now you're going to start. We're going to pop the cheeks out. These are your little appetizer pieces. And these ones here, I actually use a smaller fillet knife, but any fillet knife will do. Some guys skin them. Kinda just following this part all the way around. You'll be able to follow the bone all the way down. There you go, you got your cheeks. Now I'll pop my fillets out. Gonna just do a diagonal cut, whatever fin this is and that fin, run up. Now if I got a lot of fish, I'll use my electric knife and just pop the whole fillet off and run through the ribs. I only got 2 tonight, so I'm just gonna run vertical here, and I'll actually just leave the ribs right on the fish, and I run up to here. Then you'll find that spine, and it'll pop up right past, we'll call it the vent hole. Run all the way down, and then I come back, and I'll run that rib. You can hear me clicking on all the ribs there. And then I start in the back of the ribs and I angle my knife up. And you just work all the way down these ribs. You have that one fillet there. Flip it over. Rinse and repeat in reverse here. We'll always watch for the fingertips. No visits to the ER. Yeah, I got your fillets. Now the last part, some guys take them, some guys don't. I personally have not tried them yet. These are what you call your walleye wings. And the easiest way I saw was you get some scissors, and you cut up this collar here. Do not stab yourself with your knife. We'll flip this over. Probably be easier than using kitchen shears versus a set of fiskars. But that's what I had in the garage to use, so we're gonna give her a shot. But now you actually get a decent amount of meat here on the wings. And this will be just another part. You can fry these up with your cheeks as a nice little starter. But for the most part here, I got a little thick on that part there, but out of an entire fish, there's not a whole lot left to use on here. Unless you're gonna cut the head off and boil them for some stock. Maybe the only other thing to use them for, me, I go dig a hole and they're gonna feed my tomato plants. That's my use for the rest of it. Then you can just come through here. I just start here. This is all about having a sharp knife. You run that. Now you have a skinless fillet. Two skinless fillets here. Now to go one step forward, you get this brown stuff here, that's the fat. That's what's gonna give you your fish, your fishy taste. That and the blood. But that's why we bled our fish out, because if we wouldn't have bled our fish out, this red color here would have been throughout the entire fillet of the fish. But now along this line here where I just pointed out, that's actually where the lateral line is on the outside of the fish. So inside here, you actually have a line of bones, and then you have a little bit of fat, and then you have blood vessels. And that's where you get a lot of your fishy taste. So anybody that says they don't like fish because there's the fishy taste, all you do is you come in on your tail section, you do a little cut on one side, do a little cut on the other side. Now you're just gonna come, and it actually just peels apart. My other side. So now you see this section here where it's all brown, and that's all fat, and you can see the blood in there. And inside this strip, you have all your pin bones. So now I have two chunks of meat here that are bone free. For the most part, you could trim this fat off yet. I don't mind it, but if you're super picky, you know, you could clean that up a little bit. But now you theoretically have all boneless meat, and you got rid of the fishiness. So we'll just clean these up, skin these out, because those do have some small scales on it. For the most part they cook down, but we'll just try to put out the best product we can. And this here, I'll probably just leave this, because that's kind of one of those things where you just kind of bite into it and you pick the meat off with your teeth. There's some big bones in there. But yeah, that's about as cleaning the fish. And after this step, we'll fry them up. You know, I don't know how we're gonna cook these ones up yet, but we'll finish the video with that.
Now we're on the cook portion of the video here. We got Bud's Secret Fish Breading here. I've never had it before, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Bud developed the recipe after a couple beverages. Thank God his wife Amanda wrote the recipe down, otherwise we won't have the recipe. And we're gonna mix it with some eggs, some milk, and what's the other ingredient? Flour. We're gonna dip it in that. We're gonna put it in the cast iron pan right there, and we'll let you guys know how it tastes. Like I said, we're doing this in a cast iron pan. We got the batter, we got the breading. We have the stove on like 8 or so. This is getting nice and full of breading there. There we go. I'll put it on 5 minutes for that side, 5 minutes for the other side. Be ready to go. Alright guys, we're into the first couple bites here. Yeah, it's good. What do you think?
That's good.
Tremendous?
Great.
Alright, good job, Bud, with that recipe. So, we'll see you guys in the next video, whatever that is. Probably turkey.